I mean, being a woman and seeing this moment in our history was the most exciting thing that's happened to me as a news reporter and just as a human being.
This is what democracy looks like.
Straight away to Cleveland, Ohio. It is Alice Stockton-Rossini from the 710 WOR newsroom. Alice?
From the convention center where, you know, you can't bring any whole fruit in there, okay? No whole fruit, no tennis balls.
No whole fruit, no tennis balls. You can have real weapons, but not fake weapons. That's a great rule there.
Well, the weapons are only allowed open carry. That's Ohio. And there was a guy walking around Public Square yesterday. Oddly enough, right after we found out what happened in Baton Rouge, his name is Steve Thacker. He's with the Northeast Open Carry Group.
I'm carrying a .45 Citadel on my hip, and then I'm carrying a Bushmaster AR on my back.
I want to carry, but I don't want people to know I'm carrying. The element of surprise to me is much more valuable.
People that carry firearms are typically people that have no need or want of causing any harm to anybody. They want to protect themselves.
They would like that to be the new normal nationwide.
Should we open carry?
Hell no.
You're from Cleveland.
Hell no, because see, where do we have the right to carry an M16 around, which was used to kill multiple people in Vietnam with any kind of automatic weapon, and say we have the right to protect ourselves? A .357 just as good.
That gentleman who is carrying open carry, he has that right. I can see what that gentleman has. He has on him and carrying there. I see that weapon. I'm not worried about him because I can see that. I'm more worried about the individual over here who I don't know about.
Oh, he'd be worried about you, Todd.
This woman out here is out of line. First of all, she joined the military. Women were not designed for combat. Hey, I'm trying to listen to this whore.
You date women.
When women stop doing what they're supposed to be doing, they need counseling. They're meant to get married and have kids. I go to work. You look at women as receptacles for your children. They're baby-making machines.
What you came out here to do? I'm a whore. Can I be a reporter? Is that okay?
Probably shouldn't be.
Hi, we are being pushed back by police right now for the second time in about an hour. The Rev.com has tried to burn an American flag. They just tried to burn it again. They poured water on it. The cops are now surrounding the woman who tried to burn the flag. They're saying America was never great. The only answer is revolution. Several people have been arrested here. It's a very tense situation. Cops used their bikes to kind of form a wall to hold the protesters back. The protesters are still going at it. They're screaming that, you know, that we have a right to burn the American flag. We earn the right to burn the American flag.
Folks, I've got Alice Stockton-Rossini. She is right in the middle of this melee. There was just a big dust-up. Police are trying to get these protests under control. Alice, what are they yelling?
America was never great. 5, 6, 7, 8. America was never great. Revolution, nothing less.
Oh, great. You know, Alice, as disgusting and as deplorable as I find it, they do have the right to burn the American flag unless burning it among all these people puts safety in jeopardy. Then there could be some issues. She's live on the ground in Cleveland. Alice, I'm glad again you survived the melee. If you missed it last hour, Alice was in the middle of the protesting, the flag burning. I mean, folks, literally, if you go to our website, go to lenandtodd.wor.com, I took a picture of my TV screen on CNN or Fox News yesterday. They were showing the melee of the flag burning, and there's Alice's hand holding the WOR microphone right in the middle of the melee. And Alice emerged unscathed. She wasn't hit by pepper spray either.
No pepper spray.
Now, Alice, can you bring us up to speed on the urine and feces issue?
What are we talking about here?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Well, what they found out is that these protesters were stockpiling bags of urine. They were stockpiling them, waiting for their moment when they could toss them at each other. So they...
Well, this is the very definition of a pissing contest right here, I'm telling you.
Got it. And they're called Code Pink, and they're wearing nothing but their bras.
Oh, Code Pink. It was, remember Cindy Sheehan's organization, or she was attached to that. The Code Pink they were the big anti-Iraq war protesters. All right, go ahead. So right. What happened?
Well, they literally got in his face.
All right, let's listen. Here it is.
Shame on you, Sheriff Joe! Shame on you! You're a disgrace to Arizona, Sheriff Joe!
Shame on you. Here's another one.
And the way you treat people in Arizona is disgraceful. We want to be a country that welcomes immigrants. Yes, well, that's what you deserve because you made it such a shame in Arizona.
They're wearing just pink bras or something?
Well, it's code pink. Pink's their deal.
I love protesters.
You love protesters. We'll be around you wherever you go because you are such a disgrace
Are you threatening
to Arizona.
Are you threatening Sharon?
Oh, I don't threaten anybody. I'm a peaceful person.
Are you going to be following me around everywhere in Phoenix?
We'd love to follow you around because we think your policies are so disgraceful. The way you
treat... You know what? Every time you blaspheme, my polls go higher and higher.
Oh,
boy. Please
but
keep
you know how
Sounds like
many people in this country think you're a terrible disgrace.
Please keep doing it. Alice, it sounded like you were right in their faces. You were right there with your microphone.
I was like, my microphone was between the protesters and Sheriff Joe.
Wow.
There you go. Way to go, Alice. Right in the thick of the action. Way to go.
Alice on the screen in Cleveland, Ohio right now. All the pictures of her in the middle of this are on our website at LennonToddWOR.com.
I'm making America safer. This guy has the right idea.
Here it is.
Donald Trump condoms. Political prophylactics. Make America safe again with Donald Trump condoms.
What's your name?
My name's Eric Yesbeek.
Where are you from?
Albany, Georgia. I'm selling quite a few Donald Trump condoms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do they work?
Well, you're buying condoms off the street. You're at your own risk.
Just don't get into a smash-up as you drive out of Cleveland, and drive safely on the way to Philly.
And WR News time is 5:04, and now we check in with WR's Alice Stockton-Rossini. It is she who is down in Philadelphia right now for us. And we thought the GOP convention in Cleveland was going to be the fractious one, and yet already we have protests, we have people running amok in Philadelphia because people are not necessarily happy at this Democratic convention, are they, Al?
They are not. The miserability index is extremely high, especially right now because we're in a downpour, a major, major downpour. And there's all of these Bernie people camped out at FDR Park right across the street from the Wells Fargo Center. When I tell you there were more than 1,000 protesters, it was the biggest protest rally I've seen. Nothing in Cleveland compared to the group of people marching down Broad Street yesterday, carrying signs saying, a Nazi might win because you cheated. Lock her up. Drop out Hillary. This is what democracy looks like.
So these people sound like Trumpians almost.
They do. They do sound like Trumpians. They are so mad. And it's funny because I'm listening to the radio yesterday and they're saying, how much does the average voter care about Debbie Wasserman Schultz? Let me tell you what. Debbie Wasserman Schultz and these emails very much on the minds of Bernie supporters here. They felt the election was rigged all along. They are just disgusted with the status quo. They're disgusted with the way this entire primary season was run. They're disgusted with the way the presidential season is being. They want change, and they want it now. And they would love to create chaos at the Democratic convention, and they'd love to create chaos for Hillary.
I doubt anybody here, right now, would be voting for Hillary.
No one here is voting
for
Hillary.
Who are you going to vote for? What are you going to do?
Bernie Sanders.
But he's not on the ballot.
I'll write him in, or I'll fill in Jill Stein. Other than that, I'll never vote for Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, she's not the official nominee, and she will never have my vote ever. You can put a gun to my head, I will never vote for Hillary.
Wow, Alice, we'll talk to you all morning long. Alice Stockton-Rossini live in Philadelphia, covering the DNC for us.
You can see rows and rows and rows and rows of porta potties and this huge stage. They are gearing up for a rally, the rally of all rallies by the end of the week, and more Bernie supporters are pouring into town. They want to disrupt the convention. They want a contested convention.
There's hope that the convention will break into chaos, so it's only going to get worse from here. So it depends on what ends up being in those DNC emails. If there's actual proof of election rigging, like people believe there is, that could literally change everything. Hillary might not even be the nominee anymore.
Oh, that's delusional.
No, I'm actually a Bernie delegate.
What do you got to do in there?
Get him elected, guys.
How?
We got plans. We're working on it. We're working against everybody, all right? But we're going to make it happen.
A contested convention.
Yes.
What's your name?
Austin Dreiser-Nellis.
Bernie on board.
Bernie hasn't called us to stop.
So we are doing everything in our power to make it happen on our end.
One of the protesters ran over to the fence to hug, to embrace the delegates so they could make each other feel better.
And somebody went running over and they said the delegates are coming out. The Bernie delegates are coming out. And then there was a Hillary delegate that came out, and she threw a cup at a guy, but he spit, and she beat the tar out of him, grabbed his hair, took her purse. She beat him kind of stupid. You know, the police dealt with it from there.
Oh, man, Bernie Democrats and Hillary Democrats going at it. Unbelievable.
Now, Democrats have largely united around Clinton, but not some supporters of Bernie Sanders.
Outside the DNC, protesters banged on a security fence shouting, "Election fraud," and "Hell no, DNC, we won't vote for Hillary." Some greeted by Bernie Sanders delegates who walked out of the convention with tape over their mouths with the words, "No boy."
We know we can't actually support a woman who just undermined democracy in the most blatant way that we've ever seen in the history of this United States.
Later in the evening, an American flag was lit up as protesters chanted, "Feel the burn." Alice Stockton-Rossini for New York's News 710 WOR.
Well, Alice, what's Alice up to in Philadelphia? What's the hot news today, Al?
The hot news today is the coffin that they made for their candlelight vigil with upside-down donkeys. It was as if, oh my gosh, reality finally hit them when he announced that all the votes go to Hillary Clinton. And this particular guy doesn't like the notion that Bernie's asking them, listen, hold your nose, go to the polls, vote for Hillary.
I refuse to accept that strategy, that ideology, and that fear-based, whatever you want to call it, that I get from the generation above me who says we must vote for the lesser of two evils. I reject that. I have no more time for that. There is no more time for that.
What's going on with the so-called fart-in?
I've got 3 Bernie delegates from Arizona, and they tell me the fart-in is a bunch of crap. Here you go, Jeannie.
What?
Hi.
What?
About it, but I'll tell you, we are true Bernie believers and Bernie followers, and that means that we honor his values and we honor the work that he has done in his campaign. And if this were true, it would not be something that's honoring him or his call for action.
well, she has audio from some of the folks regarding the gas in here.
I heard no farting.
Oh my God, I've heard about that. I know, I heard about farting quite some time ago. It was all trolling on the Facebook. Please, we've got better things to deal with than that, you know?
I walk out of the arena, and what do I see? Somebody cooking up beans. He is. He's going to pull it out. They had another protest last night. You know that, right? But they waited. They waited till almost 11 o'clock after the beans thing, after the fart-in thing that kind of fizzled out.
Right.
They rushed the fence, and 7 of them tried to climb over it. They have these Guy Fawkes masks on, right? They're trying to climb over. 7 people got over the outer fence into the secure zone. They're going to be federally charged.
How were they able to scale that
I'm telling you, these people, they must have suction cups on their hands and
They're
feet.
spider Bernies.
Well, let's get a little bit more. Joining us live from Philadelphia, WOR's Alice Stockton-Rossini, who's been covering the convention. Alice, what do you think of the conclusion here? Do you think the Democrats are united and ready to go to battle here against Donald Trump?
I don't think they're united. I think it is one very fractured party still. Yeah, there's plenty of people that she still needs to convince, and protesters were outside again. They're just not giving it up. They're just not giving it up. They want to fight her tooth and nail. But all that said, I cried. I cried. Who signed the Declaration of Independence for New Jersey, Todd?
No, I'm going to go with Alexander Hamilton.
Richard Stockton, and I am his great niece.
Oh, really?
Wow!
It was an honor and a pleasure to document this. I really feel like I was a part of history, and it was one of the most satisfying, exciting, and wonderful assignments I've ever had in my entire career. I will never forget this result.
Wow. Very good, Alice.
Good job. Thank you again.
Love it, Alice.
This is what democracy looks like.